should aspire for more. Connect with others who desire to aspire for more. Reach for your goals. When you do, you allow yourself to aspire for more. Dr. Tammy is here to help you aspire for more. Aspire for more.
Hello everyone, how are you doing today? Welcome to another episode of Journey Toward More, where we discuss topics to help you manifest more of what is for you, more of what you desire, more of what is aligned with who you are, more of what honors you on your journey toward more. I am your host, Dr. Tammy Francis, the catalyst, life strategist, literacy educator, and consultant. And today, let's just have a little chit chat. Today is probably more about mindset work. That's something else we also do on this show. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for downloading, sharing, all of that good stuff, putting your ratings in the comments. I appreciate reading those and hearing from you. Thank you so much. So let's just hop into it. Let's just do this. So today's topic is, or title of this episode is, Play the Numbers. I know. So I was watching a video online, and I can't remember the preacher pastor who was talking, or motivational speaker. I can't remember at the moment exactly, so I don't want to call any names and get it wrong. But I do want to say that I was inspired by that video. And I just remember mentioning numbers, the word numbers. And so I thought about that. So maybe fast forward a few days, maybe even a week later, I was having lunch with one of my good friends that I taught with in middle school, when I taught middle school. And I was telling her about she was asking about some of the things that I was doing. So I was telling her about it. And I was telling her about my YouTube channel and my podcast. And I said, oh, and she's a math teacher, or a retired math teacher. And so I said, this week's topic, you're going to really like. I'm hyping it up, right? This week's topic, you're really going to like. It's play the numbers. Oh my goodness. So just like me, she went crazy with it. And so and she pretty much knew what I meant by that by just saying it. So you probably already know. But in old Tammy fashion, Dr. Tammy fashion, I'm going to delineate this for you, for us, and have us think about this in a way that may alter the way you approach your life. And that's the goal, is to get you to think about how you approach your life and each day of your life. So play the numbers. So if you think about it, like our discussion kind of went on and on, y'all, let me just say, we kind of got carried away. So I'm going to get carried away with you. You know, you think about numbers. Numbers are all around us. Your shoe size, your ring size. I know some don't want to think about it. But ring size, your height, your weight, your address, your phone number, the distance between here and there, miles per hour, how much fuel you have in your car. One is in miles per hour, and how many miles you get per gallon. And then you have, the actual amount of gallons, right? Hours you work in a day. Right? Maybe the hours you work today. Everything is numbers. You think about it. Everything has numbers associated with it. So the one that I want to focus on today, though, the numbers, is the number you're born with and the number you die with. Your born date and your death date. And in between those two numbers, it is up to us to live our life to the fullest, to play the numbers. You know, I like metaphors. Those of you who have hung out with me for previous episodes. If you haven't watched, please watch. Shameless plug. But think about numbers. When I hear play the numbers, I think about gambling and that sort of thing, right? Whether it's bingo or bidding on a horse or a game or whatever. You play the numbers. So if you think about that metaphor, it's a numbers game. And when you're thinking about it being a numbers game in that sense, usually you play the last 3 numbers. Here we're going to play the last 4 numbers. You place a bet with a bookie or bookmarker, depending on what you call them. You place that bet. And all of us have someone that we believe in. And so maybe that's where that's who you trust with that, with your numbers. You know, when you think about gambling is really, you're gambling on the future, on something that hasn't happened, something that can, may, or won't happen. And so think about when you play the numbers, how are you going to live from this point, from this moment until those last 4 digits? What are you going to do? Who and what are you going to believe in during this time between now and those last 4 digits? What does your future look like? What are you betting on for your life from now, the future, those last 4 digits? So I don't know what you did today. I don't know what you plan to do tomorrow, but what I am going to encourage you to do is to think about, how are you playing your numbers? How are you living? And people talk about living the dash. So how are you living the dash? How are you playing your numbers? So there are about 6 goals. There's probably more than that. Disclaimer for those of you, I don't know much about gambling. I don't do it. So I'm actually, so this is probably the only way that I will, is when I think about my future, right? So I may not get them all, but I'm going to talk about 6 of the reasons people gamble, the goals of gambling, the purpose behind gambling, all those good things, whatever you want to call it. So, and I'll say reasons, 6 reasons that people tend to gamble. And as I'm talking about these 6 reasons, I want you to think about as it relates to your life and how you're living now until those last 4 digits. How are you living the dash? How are you playing the numbers? Okay? So the first thing is enjoyment. The first reason people do it is for enjoyment. They play numbers because they enjoy the experience. So what are you passionate about? What do you enjoy? Are you doing that? Are you doing that right now? Today? Do you have it on your agenda for tomorrow? Are you doing it as far as your job or career? Are you doing it maybe even on vacation? So what is it you're passionate about? What is it that you enjoy? Because the first thing when you're playing the numbers, you should be enjoying it. So you should be enjoying your life. You should be enjoying this time. Number 2, excitement. Excitement is when you're stimulated, you're aroused, your senses are aroused, and you're just having a good time. You're excited. You're looking forward to what's next. You're looking forward to what you're doing. You're looking forward to the future because you have this excitement, this anticipation. And so are you doing what you love? Are you loving what you're doing? Excitement. Number 3, socialization. People gamble for socialization. So with your life, if you're playing the numbers, are you connecting with other people? Are you socializing with other people? Are you making friends? Are you networking? Are you creating partnerships? Are you collaborating? What are you doing to socialize? And to be social, what does that look like for you? And are you enjoying it? And are you excited about it? See, all these things go together. And that's just the initial reason. People also, let me just be clear. There's one more. Number 4. Before I get to the last 2 are like the major ones for this episode. But number 4 is glamorous. People gamble for the glamour, the fame of it, the prestige of it. I think about, what is the group? I don't even know who's singing it, but The Glamorous Life. I'm not going to sing. But because when you play the numbers, it's in, it's hip, it's trendy among some. Like it means you're cool in some way. And so some people do it for that. So when you think about your life, if you're connecting this to the life, are you looking your best? Are you taking care of your body? Are you investing in yourself, whether it's your health, your wealth, your health, your fitness, any of that? Are you investing in that? And so those are kind of the initial 4 reasons, right? That you enjoy it, you're excited, you are socializing, the socialization of it, and that it's glamorous, right? And you're feeding into that glamorous life. But then there's 2 more that I really want you to consider. Are you doing from now until your number is pulled? Winning. When you play the numbers, you want to win. It's about winning. Of course, it's winning money. But in life, are you winning? Your goal in life is to reach your goals. You must set them first, but that's another episode. But your goal is to reach your goals, to aspire to achieve more. Are you winning? Are you accomplishing what you set out to accomplish? Is what you enjoying, you're excited about, you're investing your time into, is that setting you up for success? Are you prepared to win? And then number 6, the last one, is when you win, you must also be prepared to lose. So number 6 is chasing losses. When people play numbers, when we play the numbers, you must be willing to chase the losses. So 1, if you're chasing the losses, you know the losses will come. That's when it becomes addictive, right? When you're chasing the losses, you know it's going to come, but you're expecting that win. And so if you're chasing the losses, you know that 1, there's risk involved. So you're willing to take the risk. And if you fail along the way, you keep going. So even though you may fail, you may stumble, you may have a little setback. But in order to really play the numbers, you must keep going. Keep going. And expect another loss. Expect another one to come. But also know that if you keep going, you're going to eventually win. So, and this is kind of a little caveat or a caution. I have a couple of those here before I finish out this episode. So, from now until your last 4 digits come up, you should be enjoying life. You should be excited about life and doing things that excite you. You should be networking and connecting with other people, engaging in social behavior that pushes you toward your goal. You should be setting goals so that way you'll win. You must chase the losses, fail, and keep going while looking good doing it. So living that glamorous life, right? But a lot of people think that when you play numbers, that it's a high yield and a low risk. No, it's really the reverse. It's a high risk activity and in a low yield situation, which means that you just do it. Losses and failures will happen. They will come, but the risk is high. So when you if you're following your passion, once you discover what that is, that's a whole nother episode. When you discover your passion and you follow your passion and you're doing what you enjoy and you love and you're achieving your goals, that's risky business because we don't know what's going to happen. We just go for it. You just go for it. But you know that it may be a low yield situation because what you're putting in, sometimes it takes a little time for it to become a high yield situation. And that's the difference between playing the numbers, the illegal ones, and playing the numbers that I'm talking about in living your life to the fullest. Is that in living your life to the fullest and playing the numbers in that way, you may actually have a high yield, but you have to keep going to get to that point. And the other thing is, one thing I know about people who play numbers illegally, they know the strategies. They have all the information they need on how to play the game and how it works and all that. Like they got it. Like I'm clueless, but they got it. But the one thing that tends to happen is that sometimes because they're chasing the losses, because they're just focused on one of those 6 things and not all of them, or they're not focused on the whole game of it, is that they don't necessarily apply what they know. They have all the information. They know how it's played. Sometimes they even know the odds. Like they are so good, they know the odds, but they don't apply them. So as you're living your life, just remember you have the strategies. And if you don't, that's why I'm here. But you have the strategies. You have the information you need about who you are, what you want, and what is aligned with what you want and what you desire. That all you need to do is apply them to your life. This is not the first time you heard of setting goals. This is not the first time you heard about following your passion and doing what you enjoy and doing what you love and going for it and knowing that failure will come. This is not the first time. But what people tend to not do is apply what they know to that situation, to their life. So, why are you not applying them? Why are you not applying what you already know you should be doing, you could be doing, you would be doing if ... Right? So, I'm going to leave you with this. What are you doing to play the numbers? Play the numbers. We all have control of our lives. We can do what we want with our lives. We can make the choices that will impact our life, whether it's positive or negative. But that's the control you have over your life. You know your why. I can't tell you your why. You know why you do things. You know what motivates you and pushes you and excites you. You know that. You may not want to admit what it is, but I'm sure you know it or have an idea of what it is, because when you're doing it, you're smiling, you're having a good time. You even lose track of time, matter of fact. So play the numbers. Live your life to the fullest. Everything you need, you have. You just got to apply it, use it, and make sure that it includes enjoyment, you enjoy it, excitement, socialization, that you're taking care of yourself and living that glamorous life, health and fitness, and those things that honors you. 5, make sure that you set yourself up for wins, that you have goals and you have task and action. It's all about action. And number 6, keep chasing those losses. Don't give up. Keep going. And know that with each loss, you get closer to your win. So keep winning. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for being here and listening, sharing, downloading, commenting, checking out my YouTube channel. It's Dr. Tammy Francis. Follow me on social media at Dr. Tammy Francis. I hope that this gave you something to think about in playing the numbers between your born date and your death date. What are you going to do from this point? Whether you're 10, 28, 38, 48, 68, 88. What are you going to do from this point until your number, to your last 4 digits? Play the numbers, live your life, and make sure that it aligns with who you are. It's what you desire, and it honors you and those that have come before you and sacrificed for you. Take care. Enjoy. Make sure you check out previous episodes if you haven't already. I would appreciate that. I look forward to chatting with you later. And, I have some interviews lined up in the future, so those will be sprinkled in as well. Take care, enjoy, and I will see you soon on Journey Toward More. Take care. Bye.
Stuck in life, you should aspire for more. Connect with others who desire to aspire for more. Reach for your goals. When you do, you allow yourself to aspire for more. Dr. Tammy is here to help you aspire for more. When you believe in yourself, anything is possible. Believe in yourself, you'll get more. You should aspire for more. Aspire for more. You should aspire for more. Should aspire for more. When you believe in yourself,